Hello everyone, this is Aaron. In this class, we're going to unpack the relevance of the story of inspiration from bamboo to today's society. First of all, I'm going to talk about it from my own perspective as a Chinese peasant born after 1990. Then my British colleague James is going to cover mostly the same content, but completely in English. This is going to be fantastic English listening practice, so I suggest you listen several times until you get it all. And now, without any further ado, let's begin the class. 法国史学家丹纳曾经说过，艺术作品的形成取决于三要素 ：the three principal motives or conditioning factors behind any work of art， 种族、环境和时代 ，race, milieu and moment。对任何一种艺术作品的研究，脱离了它所在的时代，都是无意义的。文与可与苏轼这段以画会友的故事发生在北宋，那个时期整个社会的艺术氛围都极好，连皇帝宋徽宗都是绘画和书法的发烧友，并且有相当高的造诣，这才诞生了文与可、赵佶、李公麟等名家，用水墨将写意唯美的艺术形式发展到了一个巅峰。故事还将这种东方传统绘画与西方绘画做了一个对比。与中国画讲求神韵、追求神似、要求画家胸有成竹的创作理念不同，西方绘画讲求形似，画家需要接受大量的素描等基础训练。而随着东西方文化交流的深入，这种界限开始变得模糊，东西方绘画风格的融合开始变成一大趋势。这一切从大航海时代就已经开始。生活在中国的意大利画家郎世宁就率先将西方绘画中的焦点透视画融入到了中国绘画中，运用几何学、物理学、光学等等，使几乎平面的画面上更加真实地表达出了立体的面貌，同时又富含中国画中笔墨的写意以及趣味性，留下了大量宝贵作品。二战后期，现代艺术的发展使东西方绘画融合又出现了一个重要里程碑。也是在这段时期，1948年，中国画家赵无极移居巴黎。之前他曾经在杭州美专学习国画。赵无极那时性格叛逆，经常惹祸，但在他的恩师林风眠的眼中，赵无极身上的个性和独立思考能力都是一个优秀艺术家的必备素养。所以林风眠一直鼓励并且保护赵无极的创新精神，二人一生保持着真挚的师生情。去往巴黎后，从小接受过良好教育的赵无极很快就融入了当地的艺术圈。圈子里的 KOL 著名诗人亨利·米修非常喜欢赵无极的作品，并且亲自帮他举办画展。在巴黎取得一定声望后，赵无极也同样意识到了这座昔日的艺术圣地在二战后已经是夕阳美景，而大西洋另一端的纽约则呈现出了另一幅欣欣向荣的姿态。以波洛克为代表的美国画家开始尝试摆脱欧洲标准，用低画法、行动绘画等手法，开启了现代主义迅速发展的时代。往返于纽约和巴黎的赵无极开始尝试在现代艺术与中国绘画语境之间寻找契合点。进行这一尝试的画家还包括吴冠中、朱德群等人。与文与可根据苏轼的个性进行创作一样，在赵无极的作品中，除了能读出历史大背景，你还能读出他自己生活的小背景。60、70年代，赵无极的作品浪漫热情，能读出他与妻子爱情的色彩；而在妻子逝世后，作品则显得阴暗忧郁。80年代的作品又是另一番光景。以1985年6月至10月为例，此时看过人生百态、生离死别的赵无极，融合了中西方绘画特色。用色富有冲击力，但线条柔美，显出泰若自如、大气磅礴的风采。最终，这幅画也创造了亚洲油画拍卖的最高纪录，以总价5.1亿多港币在香港苏富比成交。
French historian Hippolyte Adolphe Taine once said that the formation of artistic works depends on the three principal motives or conditioning factors behind any work of art: race, milieu, and moment. It is meaningless to study any works of art if they are divorced from the era when they were created. The story of Wen Yuke and Su Shi's meeting took place in the Northern Song dynasty. At that time, the whole society, had a vibrant artistic atmosphere. Even the emperor, Song Huizong, was a fan of painting and calligraphy and was adept at both. This gave rise to the work of Wen Yuke, Zhao Ji, Li Gonglin, among other famous artists. Their use of ink and freehand brushwork helped the artistic form to reach its aesthetic peak. The story also makes a contrast between these traditional Eastern painting styles and Western painting, which is formed using different concepts to those of Chinese painting, which stresses charm and similarity and requires the painter to have bamboo in the breast. Western painting stresses form and likeness, and artists need to receive a lot of basic training on elements such as sketching. With the deepening of the cultural exchange between the East and the West, the boundary has become blurred, and the integration of Eastern and Western painting styles has become a major trend. All this has been since the great age of navigation. Giuseppe Castiglione, an Italian painter living in China, took the lead in integrating elements of Western focal perspective painting into Chinese painting, using geometry, physics, optics, and so on. A flat picture could now more truly give the impression of three-dimensional features, while at the same time being rich in Chinese painting styles, freehand brushstrokes, and uniquely Chinese elements. He left behind him a large number of valuable works. Towards the end of the Second World War, and coinciding with the development of modern art, an important milestone appeared in the integration of Eastern and Western painting. In 1948, Chinese painter Zhao Wuji moved to Paris. Prior to that, he had studied Chinese painting at Hangzhou Art College. He was rebellious and often caused trouble. However, in the eyes of his mentor, Lin Fengmian, Zhao's personality and ability to think independently were necessary qualities of an excellent artist. Therefore, his mentor encouraged and protected Zhao's innovative spirit, and they maintained a sincere teacher-student relationship all their lives. After moving to Paris, Zhao Wuji had always had a very good academic level, soon integrated into the local art circle. One of the leading voices of the circle, the famous poet Henri Michaud, loved Zhao Wuji's works very much and helped him to hold an exhibition of his paintings. After gaining a certain reputation in Paris, Zhao Wuji also realized that this former mecca of art was falling into decay after the Second World War. New York, on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, was now flourishing and ready to take its place. Jackson Pollock, as a representative of the American style, began to do away with the European standards, with his techniques of drop painting and action painting, ushering in a new era of the rapid development of modernism. Zhao Wuji, who often traveled between Paris and New York, began to try to find the point where modern art and Chinese painting meet. Like Wen Yuke, who used Susha's personality to create his work, in Zhao Wuji's numerous works, you can read not only the historical background, but also the background details of his own life. In the 1960s and 1970s, Zhao Wuji's works were romantic and passionate, which could represent his love and feelings for his wife. However, after his wife passed away, his works appeared dark and melancholy. The works of the 1980s are something entirely different. Take his painting, June to October 1985, as an example. At this time, Zhao Wuji, who had seen all the aspects of life, including the pain of loved ones separated by death, combined his experiences with all the characteristics of Chinese and Western painting. The colours used are powerful, but the lines are beautiful, showing a calm and unrestrained demeanour. In the end, the painting also set the highest auction record in Asia, with a total price of more than 510 million Hong Kong dollars in Sotheby's in Hong Kong.
从以上案例，我们就可以看到中国绘画的生命力。而到了现在，千禧一代们热爱的潮流文化，比如纹身 （tattoo）、滑板 （skateboard）、涂鸦 （scroll） 以及 street style 街头风格服饰这些东西的话，中国画能与它们相结合吗？答案是肯定的。比如我们接下来要说的纹身艺术家 Ed Hardy， 他就成功地将许多中国绘画元素融入到了自己的作品当中。Hardy 生于美国中西部一个叫 Iowa 的小城市，在加州度过了他的成长时期。在那里，他开始学习绘画，之后他开始探索东西方艺术结合的表现形式。艺术学校毕业后，哈迪因为给明星纹身而一举成名，并且将自己的设计授权给了服装品牌。他的客户包括麦当娜、Mick Jagger 以及 Justin Bieber， 所有人都想把他的设计印在衣服上或者纹在身上。2008年，从纹身界退休后，哈迪回到美术领域，同时从他的街头风格艺术以及纹身当中寻找灵感。2019年，他在旧金山的德阳博物馆举办了名为 Deeper Than Skin 的展览，这是他作品的回顾展，包含了他各个时期的作品。其中让人印象深刻的是 2000 Dragons， 这个作品的灵感来自宋代画家陈荣的《九龙图》。但他将这一主题发挥到了更加庞大的程度。他的卷轴画有500英尺，并且真的画出了2000条龙，而每条龙都以不同风格绘制，结合了东西方神话的元素。这让我们想起来两个很有标志性的中国艺术作品：宋代绘画《清明上河图》以及秦代兵马俑。这些作品除了主题宏大外，还细腻地表达了每个个体的细微差别。Deeper Than Skin 这一个展览位于几个文化流派的十字路口，包含了街头艺术与美术、东方与西方审美等。更重要的是，它表明灵感是无限的，我们可以从之前的巨人身上汲取灵感。人类拥有跨越数千年、遍布全球的各个角落的文化遗产，我们接触这种传统越多，我们就越富有。
Art does not necessarily have to mean fine art. Sometimes you can find art in very unconventional places. One example of this would be the world-renowned tattoo artist, Ed Hardy. He is someone who has also managed to incorporate many elements of Chinese art into his work. Hardy was born in Iowa in Midwest America, but spent his formative years in Southern California, where he developed a keen passion for drawing. He later began exploring both Eastern art and tattooing as forms of expression. After graduating from art school, he shot to fame as the tattoo artist to the stars, and later licensed his designs to a clothing brand. And for many young people in China, this is what he is probably best known for. From Madonna to Mick Jagger to Justin Bieber, anyone who was anyone wanted to have his designs on their shirts in photo shoots or permanently etched on their skin. After retiring from the tattoo world in 2008, Hardy has returned to the fine arts, while at the same time drawing inspiration from his street styles and love of traditional Chinese art. In 2019, the De Young Museum in San Francisco launched an exhibition called Deeper Than Skin. It was a retrospective of his work. It followed the development of his art from his very first tattoo designs, leading up to his present-day work. However, the most spectacular offering on display was the very ambitious piece 2000 Dragons. For this, he drew inspiration from the Song Dynasty painting 9 Dragons by Chunrong, but he developed this theme to gargantuan proportions. His resulting scroll painting is a staggering 500 feet in length and does indeed feature 2000 dragons. What is perhaps more impressive is that each of the dragons is unique. They are painted in different styles and incorporate elements of both Chinese and Western mythology. This can put us in mind of two great cultural landmarks in Chinese antiquity: the Song Dynasty painting along the river during Qingming Festival, and the terracotta warriors at the tomb of Qin Shi Huang in Xi'an. All three feature a huge number of figures, but each one has their own individual characteristics and personality. Deeper Than Skin sits at the crossroads of several cultural genres. It is where street art meets fine art. It is where East meets West. But what is more is that it shows that inspiration is limitless. We can learn something from all the giants that have come before us. The human race sits on a cultural legacy spanning many millennia in every corner of the globe. The more we expose ourselves to this heritage, the richer we become.